Okay guys, this is our first tutorial on how to play Dead by Daylight. The first tutorial I'm not gonna actually be playing. I'm just gonna say the basics. So yeah, I'll tell you all the stuff as soon as we get in the game. Okay, so here's like a menu tutorial. Okay, you're gonna have to do these tutorials that it pops up on the screen for you. Yeah, blah blah blah, da da da. You're gonna have to do those yourself. But whenever you're done, you want to go push play. I prefer starting at Survivor first, but you could start at any. You could start at either Killer or Survivor, but I prefer on Survivor. So, yeah. So this is a 4-player multiplayer game where there's 1 killer and 4 survivors. There, you have to complete 5 generators, and you have to open the exit gate. That's basically the whole thing of the game, while the killer's hunting you down. So, yeah. There's gonna be a killer though, as you see right here. That's the killer that I usually use. So, yeah. It, the the killer could be any of these guys. Hey, Eddie. But like, let me show you the survivors that you can play as. I don't have all the survivors, but I have most of them. Here's survivors. Here's some survivors. This is a. By the way, this takes up a lot of gigabytes. I prefer using this on any type of PlayStation or PC or any type of monitor instead of a Nintendo Switch. An Xbox would be fine too, but trying to get away from the Nintendo Switch part of it. There's all these survivors. You don't need all of them. You don't achieve anything if you get all of them. It's just a little, I don't know. Yeah. So you might be asking, well, why isn't it as good to play on Nintendo Switch? Well, the whole thing is Nintendo Switch isn't the best company to play this game with. The updates are always super late. You usually can't play with people that are on PlayStation. My friends, that's my friend right there. My friend, we can't play together that often because she's on a Nintendo Switch and I'm on a PlayStation. But yeah, that's basically all the basics, though. Yeah. Let me just show you the Survivor tutorial real quick. Yeah, you could read this if you want to. Give you a couple of seconds. Okay. So, look at the controls at the top right. You don't want to run that often, but like if you're in a chase or you're near the killer, you want to run. But if you're nowhere near the killer, you might want to walk and run. It's something, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, so you're gonna press like, if you play Fortnite, you're gonna press like the A button to crouch. And you're gonna press R1 if you're on a PlayStation. There's gonna be these generators, right? You're gonna want. Okay, yeah, just read that. Okay. So there's gonna be these generators that you're probably gonna want to complete. You're gonna want to press L1 and R1. So hold R1 and press L1 as soon as you get at that. And you're gonna wanna... You usually don't want to run. That's the killer coming. Okay, so when the killer picks you up, right, you're gonna want to wiggle. And if you drop a pallet when the killer's holding someone, the killer will drop the survivor, and the killer will get stunned. See? Hey, yeah, so you press R1 to throw down the pallet, press R1 to vault the pallet. If you run and then vault over the pallet, it will do a fast vault. But you usually only want to do that if you're in chase. Never run into the lockers. The killer gets notified if you run into the lockers, so only do like the slow locker. Unless you have a perk or something. Hey, wait, I forgot to tell you in the intro. Younger folks do not watch this, okay? So what is basically telling you is if the killer is by you for too long, you can unhook yourself. You usually don't want to do this, but since it's the tutorial, I have to do it. You never want to heal by the hook though, because the killer could sneak up on you and hit you and put you back on the hook. So just don't do this as often. If the killer is really far away, I guess you could do it, but just don't do it. That's the exit gate. It's not the end of the road if you mess up a generator. The killer just gets notified, and it's basically what's saying there. You have to unlock the gate. Like we said, kind of the vault button, R1. That's how you open the exit door. But it is going to take around 24 seconds, 25 seconds. And by now, the killer will probably be trying to come towards your area. There is 2 exit gates. Yeah, so you could run out of there. Or you could escape through the hatch. I'm gonna escape through the hatch, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, so that's the first tutorial for today. Make sure to hit that like button. I want to get at least 5 likes until I upload the next tutorial video. So, yeah. Bye, and have a good rest of your day. Or night. Or whatever time it is for you. But, goodbye.